What's up, YouTube? And no, this is not another Jackery video, but the product I'm going to be looking at today is related to the Jackery, which is why I pulled it out the van. The Jackery's looking a little beat up. It has some nicks and scratches, and the cat's been crawling all over it. I've had the cat's water fountain hooked up to the Jackery almost exclusively, not because I needed to, just because it was more convenient. I've now replugged it into the extension running off the solar system, so it's running inside the van for him right now. But as far as like protecting the Jackery when I'm not using it, especially because I'm using it for backup power, a case would be nice. And I got offered a case from Boujarvi that we're going to put the Jackery in and see if we like it. I kind of half took this out of the package already, but I haven't really taken it out, and I haven't tried the Jackery in it at all. So we're going to pull that out. Alright, so here's the case. You might be like, that's too small, Dawn. No, it's not. It opens up. It kind of looks like a cooler bag, to be honest. Like it's lined on the inside like one of those lunch bags. It feels like I should be packing a day pack lunch in this thing. I will say that I do like that the colors complement the Jackery. Now, this is a generic power station bag. They sent me the larger one because I have the Jackery 1000, so it's nice that the color scheme actually does complement the Jackery as if it was made for it. I mean, really the only thing it's missing is outright branding, which of course they can do because it's being produced by a different company. But even they do have this on here. It just says boujarvi, so they have this knockoff image of a Jackery just labeled with boujarvi. Now, it's a bag, so the real question is it any more convenient to have my backup power station in a bag as opposed to just having it just float around the van? And I don't know that yet. I do think it'll be helpful because, like I said, there's a lot of nicks and bruises and dust on the poor thing, and the cat is crawling all over it on a constant basis, and in fact has tracked litter on it a couple of times. I'm gonna pull this little thing off, and we're gonna stick it in here and see how well the fit is. Honestly, I had my doubts, but the Jackery actually fits pretty nicely in here. Alright, let's close up this bag. Now, the Jackery is not hard to carry, but it can be awkward to carry, because you just have that one little lunchbox handle. So if you're carrying more than the Jackery, sometimes that can be a little bit annoying. It's better when you can see my face, huh? So we're going to loosen the strap a little bit. We have a nice little shoulder pad. And boom, there you are. This is actually like much easier, especially going from the van to somewhere. It frees up my hands to carry other things, whatever those other things are. And so that is pretty cool. Do I absolutely need it? I don't know. But if there's some reason you want to transport the Jackery, this does make it a little bit easier to have your hands free. And if I do a complete over the shoulder, it does alleviate some of the weight. So it's a pretty nice little case. The case seems to be quality, and it will protect it from a lot of the things that have been beating and banging on it since I got it and since it's been floating around the van. So it's a nice little addition to having the Jackery, but I want to see how often I need to pull this thing in and out. Is it more convenient to have this bag or to not have it? I don't know yet. So let's check in a few days.
So there was a part of me that wondered if this whole Jackery case thing was just a gimmick. I mean, do you really need it when the Jackery is already a fairly portable device? But I found it actually was useful in allowing me to carry more things with me while carrying the Jackery, especially such a large unit. It even left my hands free to unload a little bit better when I got to the place that I wanted to get to.
Alright, YouTube, so I've had a little bit of time to sort of, play with this bag from Boujarvi, the Jackery Explorer bag. This is the larger version for your larger power stations. The 1,000-watt station fits in here almost exactly. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to actually get it out because the fit is so tight, but like there's no complaints about the bag after using it for a while. What I really like is this does free up my hands because it's hard to carry this Jackery handless, which the bag actually allows you to do. Another good thing about this bag is it has so many darn pockets. So there's actually a little zipper compartment on the inside of the bag, and what I've actually done is I've put a lot of the Jackery cables in the top part of the bag. There is another pouch on the rear of the bag. This one's a little netted pouch, that's why you can see through it. I have the 12-volt charging cable in here, as well as a couple of extra cables. And in addition to the cables that you use to charge the Jackery, you obviously want to charge things from the Jackery. And so there's another pouch on the front, and you can use these pouches any way you want, where I can put Type-C cables and other cables that I'm using to charge objects from the Jackery, which you can't really do if you're just carrying the Jackery. So the one thing the bag does allow you to do is carry all your extra cables with you while you're carrying the Jackery, and that part has been useful. The Jackery itself comes with its own pouch to carry your extra cables, but it's a separate pouch, and it's not really convenient to carry it with the Jackery, whereas this bag makes it convenient not only to carry the cables with the Jackery while you're transporting it, it also lets you carry the extra cables. So then that's one thing I do like about this bag. I guess the grand question is, is this something you actually need? And I would say it depends on how you're using your Jackery. If your Jackery is stagnant inside your vehicle, or plugged up all the time, always powering something, you're not going to get a lot of use out of a bag like this. This is really for people who move their Jackery around a lot or store their Jackery. And that's another good use of this, is if you're going on camping trips, every once in a while, and you mostly charge your Jackery up and then you just store it, this will give you a lot of protection, and you can put all your cables and junk in the bag with the Jackery and everything's together. Because it is possible to misplace this somewhere else, and then you're digging around looking for your cables that you need to charge the Jackery. I've already had this problem because I mislaid the cable that I use frequently, but if this is the place where everything goes, then it can be useful. My Jackery is backup power. It is not my primary power, and so it really is nice having something that can be an all-enclosed, all-in-one case. Is this something you need? Of course not. The Jackery is already pretty easy to carry, and even this 1,000-watt unit isn't super heavy. It's about 20-some pounds. But there are some conveniences and uses for a bag like this that can make it a little easier if either you store your Jackery for a long time, because you can put all of the cables in here, store it all together, have it all in an all-enclosed case, and then just pick up the whole bag, throw it in your vehicle when you're ready, and take it out on the road. Also, if you already have a power system in your van, a solar system, a house system that is separate from the Jackery, and it's not your main power source, and it's not constantly either being charged or charging something, this is something nice to charge it in, because like I said, my Jackery is a little bit beat up. It has little scars right here, and scratches and nicks and all kinds of things that happen to it. The cat's been walking on it, so putting it in a case did protect it in that situation, even while it was sitting in the van. So if you're looking for something to protect your Jackery, or something where you can keep all of the cables and junk together, it's not a bad deal. So I'm going to have links in the description of this video for this product. If you want to check it out, please do. It's a pretty cool little product, and yeah, it definitely has its uses and has its advantages. Not something you need, but if you're looking for a way to protect your Jackery and an easier way to transport all of your cables, store them all in one place, all of that kind of stuff, it's actually pretty useful. Alright, that's all I got for this review. See you in the next video.